on, nerds? We're back.
Hope y'all are ready to talk about some more basketball, because we are.
Yeah, they're not ready. I can see it in their eyes.
We're watching you. Look out the window.
Off right now because I'm being weird.
This window behind me, it's all of y'all. Don't worry about it. Have you seen The Matrix? It's The Matrix.
Oh man, but you know what has been weird? This Boston Miami series. I
I love it. I
I
love it.
I gotta apologize to Miami, to the people of Miami, to Coach Spoelstra, Pat Riley,
I don't know about the people of Miami. They don't. Fuck
and,
them.
and sorry guys, don't like it. But uh, biggest apology to Jimmy Butler. Man, I have said he's not the greatest superstar. This is like way back. I remember saying it during the season, like I'm not afraid of Miami, none of that crap. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of glad we didn't play Miami. We might have got swept.
Yo, so I mean, listen, like when Jimmy Butler first came into the league, me as a Bulls fan, I was more of a Bulls fan than I am a Bucks fan. But the way the Bulls have been lately, it's just been easier to cheer for Giannis. But Jimmy Butler was my guy for a long time because he became sixth man of the year out of nowhere. And his overall story is truly one of the stories that when you hear it, you're like, yeah, this man is destined for something great.
Of all time, like it's an all-time story. It's an all-timer. I said it three times.
Yep.
All time, all time.
All time.
Like it's gonna be a movie.
Yeah. Oh, it has to be. If Giannis gets a movie, Jimmy Butler better get a movie.
Especially if he wins the championship. It's going to happen because like it's not even like I wasn't a Jimmy Butler guy. I love Jimmy Butler. I love the attitude. I loved him when he was on. Like we would.
He was like, it sucks he couldn't do it for y'all in Philly. Like, because him and Embiid together,
We had two championships by now. Who would have had Jimmy Butler? Like I don't know. It was.
imagine that team if it was James Harden while he was playing well, Jimmy Butler, and Embiid.
We don't need it. We wouldn't have needed James Harden.
You wouldn't have needed him, but he would have been there.
I love Tobias Harris, but come on, man, Tobias, Ben. But
Yeah.
Miami and Boston. But yeah, I didn't believe he could be like the superstar. But he's been him and Jokic, the best players in the.
Truly.
He's been the greatest leader in the playoffs. And he might have been arguably better than Jokic in the playoffs because Jokic does have that.
He has the cast with him. Like he has
Murray. Just that monster Jamal Murray. Everyone else can give them the way Miami has been playing the entire. There was one night Jimmy Butler had, I don't know, what was it, 28? Everyone else had 15 points. Everyone else. It was insane. What are you going to do against that?
Right.
The way they've been going through this playoffs. You got to think about it. Let's start. They had a rocky season. Jimmy Butler almost fights Eric Spoelstra. He's injured.
Two very passionate dudes that are dedicated to the team that they are with.
Yes.
So, yeah, they are going to have that confrontation because they both want what's best. But let me tell you, they came together and figured it out.
Yeah, but I mean, that, especially when I saw that, it really had me doubting that Heat culture stuff. Like, I was doubting it. And, like, especially Bam was a big part of it. He wasn't playing that great.
Jimmy Butler. Bam is a weird scenario. It's very odd.
In him. That's why I was so hard on him too. Like in the beginning, I thought he was going to be a beast, and now here he is being a beast. But you go from Bam not playing that much, Jimmy being hurt a lot, or Bam not playing well, and Jimmy being hurt a lot, to them being in the play-in tournament, and they got smoked by the Hawks. First game. They were on the fringe of not being in the playoffs, the actual playoffs. and then they beat Chicago. If I'm not mistaken, that's who they beat.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just turn into this juggernaut who beats Giannis and the Bucks 5-1.
Which, yeah,
They
yeah.
5-1.
Yeah.
They almost swept the Celtics, but it looks like they're going to win 5-1 because I'm not.
They're not. Yeah.
I just don't believe in this Celtics team, man. And now over to the Celtics, it's like, this is ridiculous. We lost to these guys. I don't know what it is. They just get to the conference finals and they just give up.
Well, I mean, if we're going off of fun little facts, let's also remember that Jimmy Butler in his Marquette days also beat the head coach of the Celtics while they were both playing at the same time.
Old Joe Mazzulla reliving his nightmares.
Yo, you can see it in his eyes every time he's walking on the sideline. He's like, "Damn it, Jimmy, you're doing it again."
By the way, that's too young. It's too young. You can't be losing to somebody you lost to in college and expect to win a championship. In my opinion, I'm just saying it's too soon. You got to pay your dues.
Also true.
Flicks.
Yo.
But yeah, I mean, they just have not been playing well at all. I don't know if they're just cocky or what, because they kind of let the Hawks give them some trouble.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what to do with this team.
And it's very much that thing at this point where, first off and foremost, I think we've kind of talked about and we've brought up a lot, and also how it's also a great way that the Nuggets head coach, oh my god, his name is escaping me, but he basically said it in his interviews. It's like, you guys are talking about the Lakers not playing well instead of talking about us playing as a great team. It's the exact same scenario where everyone is more or less talking about how Boston isn't playing well, which, fair and true enough, but it's the same scenario. It's like, y'all just aren't talking about that Miami's playing out of this world.
No. I won't agree with that one, only because we've been talking about Miami before Boston, and now we're seeing Jason Tatum go under 20% from three. You got Jaylen Brown not knowing how to dribble and just not playing like a superstar at all. You got no one. Grant Williams got killed for.
Well, that was his own fault for.
Yeah, he got killed for bucking up at Jimmy Butler and getting in his face and stuff. No, because that's kind of his role. Y'all don't really have a meathead or a fighter or anybody like that. But you got Grant Williams, who's not afraid to get in anybody's face, and no one else.
You gotta be smart about whose faces you're gonna get to.
But it's basketball. Jimmy Butler has 0 technicals on the year. I don't know if anybody knew that. Jimmy Butler has 0 technicals on the year.
No, he got a technical for copying Al Horford's timeout.
Oh, well, during the season, he didn't have a technical.
Yeah.
He's not going. Jimmy Butler, he's one of the smartest players in the playoffs. He's not going to get into a fight with nobody on the court. Why was everyone so scared of Jimmy Butler? Look at Jimmy Butler's team. You're not scared of them. Why are y'all scared of the Miami Heat?
You want to know why they're afraid of Jimmy Butler? It's because the full story was released about when he was with the Timberwolves and how he talked to the GM, how he talked to that team, and when he literally showed up late to practice, and they're like, all right, well, now we're going to do a full scrimmage. He's like, all right, send me in with the second team.
Jimmy scares his own teammates. He doesn't scare everybody else. He just beats you.
Yeah.
He beats you.
He
doesn't talk.
He took the bench players and beat the whole starting team of the Timberwolves, which includes Cat. He demolished that entire team, and the entire time he was doing that, he looked over at the GM and yelled at him, "Fucking pay me!" Is like,
You're the dog, and that's why the Boston Celtics are losing because they don't have a dog. Jalen Tatum, Jason
that might
Tatum.
as well.
Yeah, Jason Tatum is not a dog. He's just an excellent
Fusion.
basketball. Jason Tatum's not a dog. He's just an excellent basketball player who takes terrible shots. That's why he's not a dog. Nobody's scared of him. He's not doing any damage. Like he has the ability to do damage, but he's so streaky. Like he has a lower 3-point percentage than Marcus Smart, than Al Horford, who has a higher 3-point percentage than both of those guys.
Well, Al Horford's just also a walking museum exhibit at this point.
He tries to do his job, and Jason.
He's still a great player.
Like they don't have anyone because they're not. Joe Mazzulla is going to get fired when they lose.
Which is unfortunate because, like, for the situation he was presented, especially with Boston losing what's his name at the beginning of the year with his scandal, it's turned out the best way it could, and it's just unfortunate that his young team hasn't found a way to light a fire under themselves. Well, they're not even necessarily that young. His overall team just hasn't found a way to light a fire under themselves, or like you said, have that player of the level of like a Draymond, where they're the heart and the soul of the team. Like Tatum can be the scorer.
They don't have somebody that will step into the role of the coach on the floor.
Yep.
You know, and be like, guys, this is what we're doing. Give me the ball. I'm doing this. I'm not gonna take a shot, and I don't know I'm gonna make. I'm going to go to the hole. I'm going to dunk on everybody. I'm talking about Jason Tatum because he's the only one that has the ability to do it every time. But like,
so true.
It's not really unfortunate either for Joe Mazzulla to lose his job because that's what happens. He's not a real NBA coach. He's not. I don't even think he was supposed to be the next in line. He wasn't even like on the sideline last year. This team is the exact same last year as it was last year.
With Marcus Smart winning Defensive Player of the Year.
That's in that gym during practices could have done this. Because if y'all remember, Ime was just like this.
Yeah, that's true.
He had more of a coaching background.
He actually got hired by a different team. I forgot who it was. Wait, I think he did.
He did just get hired. I don't remember who it was either.
Either way, but yeah, I think it's Boston just needs to part ways with Tatum and not Tatum, with Brown and Smart, and bring in something that's gonna complement Tatum just as well. But yeah, they need help. You could bring in Pat Beverly if you really wanted to, if you want some fire on your team.
You're exactly right, because the one thing you can't do is you cannot run this back.
Nope.
You've done it way too many times.
This is like your third time doing it, and you've failed 3 times in a row.
The tape in the VHS is now coming out. You have to move people, get rid of some people. You got to change it. You have got to. You cannot keep doing this.
Yep, because y'all had Bradley Stevens, who was one of the best young-minded coaches in the NBA for years. Like him and Eric Spoelstra came into the league more or less at the same time, and Spoelstra took off because he just had Dwayne, Shaq, and LeBron, and that's just such a crazy, unique experience that good on him. And Bradley Stevens worked with what he had, and he did a lot of great work for that team. But I think there was also that part of him that realized if he wasn't going to be able to bring the team in as coach, so he left the coaching world and went more into the executive side of things with the Celtics, which was a smart move on his part because he's not going to get fired.
No.
And after he left, that's where the Boston Celtics really started to take off. They had a new coaching mindset, and then that was like everyone being like, hey, they figured it out. Boston's about to be winning again. We don't have to just constantly have to bring up Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and that group again, which don't get me wrong, they're a fun group to bring up, but that shouldn't be like your only thing. You are such a storied organization.
Yeah.
It's hard to see you like this. Very much like the Bulls. It's hard to see the Bulls the way they are. But man, it's time. Like Tatum can stay, but that rest of the team, bye-bye.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know who I would love to see have them bring up there? Steven Adams. I think Steven Adams would be a great addition to the Boston Celtics.
You know the people of Boston love him.
Oh, they would accept him immediately.
Look to me in a Celtics uniform, but he would fit right in with that Boston mentality.
Yep. And yeah, but hey, Boston, you got to figure it out.
Yeah, you're on the brink. Tomorrow, Game 5. Boston has not won a Game 5 in like 3 years.
Yep.
Like, actually, I mean, I know they've been winning some series, but they don't win Game 5s. And they haven't been doing great at home either. So,
Nope.
only you guys can wish for the best. I know Boston fans are probably upset at me. I don't actually. I do hate the Boston Celtics because I'm a Sixers fan, right? But I don't care who wins. I kind of want to see. I do kind of want to see Jimmy win. I take that back. Sorry, guys.
Oh yeah, Jimmy deserves it. Jimmy deserves it more than a lot of people. I mean, watching a Nuggets and Miami Heat finals is 100% in our future, and I am all for it because either of those teams winning is a win for the NBA.
Oh,
like it truly is.
Well, actually, I don't know because if we go back to the script that was
Right.
like they had the Lakers and the Celtics in the finals. Yeah, if that script was real, there was a script that Denver Nuggets would not be in the finals.
Yeah, the Denver Nuggets talked to their agent and decided to rewrite the script. Apparently,
Jokic's brothers got in there and rewrote the script.
Yeah. So then, who? Okay, so again, it's very much looking like, it's Nuggets and Heat finals.
Yeah.
Who do you see pulling out the finals in like whatever game series?
I mean, I want to see Jimmy win.
Right.
I honestly don't see anybody stopping Jokic and Jamal Murray. Like, no one is stopping. If Bam somehow stops Jokic, no, I don't know. Maybe they'll put Jimmy on Jamal Murray, but then who's going to guard Porter Jr., and who's going to guard Aaron Gordon?
Yeah, because it'd be more or less like Martin would have to truly make himself the designated defensive quote unquote big, and he's not even truly a big. Bam is barely a big.
Yeah, he's what is he, 6'11"?
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I gotta go with Jokic.
Yeah, I mean, I have to agree. Yeah, I didn't know if we were gonna have differing opinions on that. I think it'll be an interesting series. I think it'd probably be very much how it's working out with Boston and Miami, where it'd be Nuggets in 5.
But look, I will say this. Did I pick the... No, I didn't pick the Knicks. Did I pick the Knicks?
No, I did.
Yeah, no.
I think I picked the Knicks.
I was about to say, I bet against Jimmy Butler every single series, so I probably shouldn't do it again. You know what? I'm picking Heat. Let's go, Jimmy!
Get the Heat.
Yeah, Celtics fan. I'm sorry. I just don't think you're going to win.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't... Yeah, Celtics aren't going to make it out of this. If they do... I just truly don't see it.
Jimmy got to look in the eye. You got that?
Dude,
He's got the eye of tiger.
Again, like we said, everybody has their playoff switch that turns on, but Jimmy's is something different.
It's literally the greatest jump in, like, it's the greatest difference between season to playoffs you'll ever see. Nobody does that. Who does that?
Yeah.
No, that was just you tried too hard. It's like giving yourself a nickname. No, Jimmy, this became organically.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
speaking of another conspiracy theory, we're talking about Jimmy Butler and Michael Jordan being.
Oh,
I saw a fan went deep. They deep.
Michael Jordan's son.
Yeah, like I don't know what year was Jimmy born. 87 or something.
Sounds right. Hold on. Hold on. Let me double check. So Jimmy Butler. He is 33 years old. So yeah, he was born. Oh, he's born in 89. Yep.
Okay, yeah. So they said in 1989, Michael Jordan was in Texas and away from his family, and
It's
nine.
the 90s. Shit is getting posted on social media.
Yeah, they said 9 months later, Jimmy Butler was born, and then later on that year, Michael Jordan and his wife get a divorce, and they're like, "Is this a coincidence? It
Yes.
has to be Michael Jordan's son,
Right.
definitely." And then
Okay.
somebody they showed Jimmy Butler with the bald head and Michael Jordan right next to each other. You're like, see, guys, calm down, stop it. You guys and your conspiracy theories. I like you guys. I like you guys. You're cool. You're cool. You got some, yeah. You guys are cool. I like what you're saying.
Oh my gosh.
Just you get. Let me get some. Oh man, it is late. I am old and I am tired.
Yep.
So, nerds, the nerd overlords shall retire for the evening, morning. It's currently 12:30 in the morning.
For
So,
you. Yeah. Yeah. It's 11. It's 11:30 for me. But yeah, we're getting there.
am I communicating with the past technically?
Yeah, this is time travel. This is time travel.
Whoa! Has this ever been done before? I don't think so. We're the first.
No, we're clearly the first. 100% the first.
Really,
We're claiming it right here, right now. We're gonna get a patent.
any comments about no, you're not. So,
And if you do post them, we won't look at them.
I like it, but I won't read it. All right.
Yeah, we are out. Thank you for joining us again.
Peace.
Peace.